See how I look when they stretch up.
Y'all didn't hear live yet?
Okay. Hey, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, we'd like to start off by giving our honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. And we got a Gms Mississippi Camp, but more importantly, we got the Hebrew Israelites, man. Out here once again, just get the Bible, bro. Out here once again, week in, week out, prophesy the downfall of America, man. All right? Out here once again, week out, tell our people who we are, man. Tell our people who they are, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. All right? I want somebody to open up a microphone and tell him about the shot, man. See, his spirit hit you like, damn. The Most High give us a breather outside the matrix for like 2 hours, man. Because all week you're in the matrix. You get caught up in the matrix, man. All right? But we're out here once again, week in, week out, prophesying the downfall of America. All right? Yeah, you got it, brother.
Hey, this is Ezekiel 37:15. The word of Yahweh came again to me, saying, moreover, you son of man, take you one stick and write on it for Judah and for the sons of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write on it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Now, what is the stick for Judah and Ephraim? It's what we call the 12 tribes of Israel. And there was two different sticks because we were separated from as the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right, the southern kingdom being the kingdom of Judah, or the northern kingdom being the kingdom of Ephraim. Go ahead.
Verse 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in your hand.
And this is the one stick. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and when the sons of your people shall speak unto you, saying, what would Slakia, will you not show us what you mean by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph.
Wait a minute. They didn't have to do that 2,000 years ago. When the Israelite walked past the stick, he didn't have to see his name tagged by a tribe. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. What is that? They knew who we were back then. All right.
Back in 19 again. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in your hand.
Right. So that's where we are, man. And this is real news right here. This is a real event happening. All right. The so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans are waking up to their nationality. The elect of the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man, are Native, Latino, Hispanic Americans, man. They're waking up to who they are. This is what's really important and what's really happening in 2024. All right. Not anything else is important, man. All right, we got Micah 4:10.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field.
What happened 2,000 years ago around 70 AD, man? We went forth out of Jerusalem. Roman persecution, man. I was just about to happen again in the name of Jacob's trouble. All right, go ahead. Start from the top again about the shot.
Good. This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. Follow now. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city,
out of Jerusalem, Roman persecution, like the brother said,
and thou shalt dwell in the field.
What is the field? It's so-called Africa, man. All right, from 70 AD to around 1619, a period of about 1,500 years, we dwelt in the field. All right, that's why we get confused with so-called Africans, although we're not Hamites, we're not so-called Africans. All right, go ahead.
And thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Wait a minute, so we went from out of the city, which is Jerusalem, into the field, which is the continent, so-called Africa, right, the land of Ham, even to Babylon. So even up to Babylon, go ahead.
There shalt thou be delivered.
There shalt thou be delivered. All right? So we're not going to have to build no black, so-called black Israelite Wall Street in America. We're not going to have to get planes and fly to Israel, which that was a bad plan for the Israelites. That's in what's that, Demoa, Israel?
Yeah.
Demoa, Israel? That was a bad idea. I haven't heard anything about them since this little war, man.
Right.
This little skirmish they got going on. That's a bad idea, man.
Yeah, that's the number one target.
Yeah.
When Iran,
Yeah.
Iran got the target list, the moon at the top. But that's how Israel make their nuclear weapons through that plant. So that's like one of the number one targets. If they ever go directly with full blown, yeah, they do. They gonna watch everything drop.
See? It's a working point. That make a point.
Yeah.
And also, just to back as a point up, also the field is a representation for the world too, because we went throughout the four corners of the world. Just to back up the point, Matthew 13:8, the field is the world. The good seed are the sons of the kingdom, but the tares are the sons of the wicked.
And it's a beautiful point, and I'm glad you brought that out because part of the obscurity is we just thinking we were in Africa.
Right.
Even before we came into the knowledge, we just thought we were Africans.
That's right.
But Jake was in Portugal,
That's right.
Spain,
That's
Russia,
That's
Siberia.
Yeah.
I think Siberia goes back to Hebrew. Or Iberia. Iberia goes back to Hebrew. Yeah. So Jake was in Asia. Jake was in India. So yeah, I'm glad you said to make that correction, man. Because really to expand on the word field, we went throughout the world.
Got you, bro.
All right.
Deuteronomy 28 and 25 in the NOT. The Lord Yahweh will cause you to be defeated by your enemies.
Yep.
You will attack your enemies from one direction, but you will scatter from them in seven.
Yep.
You will be an object of horror to all the kingdoms of the earth.
Yep.
And in the KJV, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
So there you go. We were dispersed into all kingdoms. All right. Even in go ahead, bro. Even in that, we ruled. All right, go ahead.
I was just going to add, it's how what y'all said in Acts 1 and 6 when he told the disciples, you're going to be prophesizing even into the uttermost parts of the earth because you're going to be scattered there and that's where the great deliverance is going to be at. So you're going to be prophesizing in the areas that you're going to be delivered from. If we're going to be delivered, if we're going to be delivered around the four corners of the earth, and the Lord said He's going to gather us from all parts of the earth, that means we have to be scattered in all parts of the earth. I do got a precept too.
Go ahead with your precept.
It's Isaiah chapter 62, verse 1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth.
So you can break that down, bro.
Right, so like the Lord said He will not rest because what we doing right now and what's going on across the four corners of earth, a global movement, what the world called the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. This is ultimately orchestrated by Yahweh Shah, but it started long before we even came over here. Going back to what you were saying about, we were scattered across the four corners of the earth. That's why you had disciples like Paul. He was going through to the other parts of the region and prophesying to the Hellenized Jews and bringing them into the knowledge of who they are, and we doing that same work even to this day. So the Lord, He has not stopped. Just because we went into captivity, the Lord, I'm like, all right, they too far gone, we jump down. This verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give Him no rest till He establish, until He make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Yep.
So we working. The Lord put the Spirit on us to do so, and we're, like you said, we doing it in the four corners of the earth, in the places where we were scattered to, where the great deliverance is going to be at.
Yep. So, yep.
Isaiah 22 and verse 17. Behold, the Lord Yahweh will carry you away with a mighty captivity.
What was that mighty captivity? The global slave trade.
bro.
It wasn't just that triangular slave trade from West Africa to America to the islands. No, it was that global slave trade. We were all dispersed. All right.
And will surely cover you.
Yep.
He will surely valiantly toss and turn you like a ball into a large country.
Now, what is that ball being tossed, man? Those slave ships in that Atlantic Ocean, man. Tosses like a ball into a large country. Have you ever tossed a ball, like a beach ball, in the swimming pool? It bounces on the waters. So it's like the Most High taking those slave ships and bouncing it across this transatlantic, man. The 80-day voyage, man.
There shall you die, and there the chariots of your glory shall be the shame of the Lord's house.
Because ultimately you die as a glory. You die as a nation. All right, you get demoted, all right, as a nation, man. And it said mighty captivity. How do you know it's mighty? Because we still here. We're here in Jackson, Mississippi because of a mighty captivity. And most of our grandparents go back to what? Mississippi, somewhere in the Delta, somewhere in the country, Natchez, at the coast of Mississippi. At the coast of Mississippi, Louisiana. So where did that come from? Those shores! Those shores, man! The Carolinas, the Virginias, Jamestown, that area. And we came to those shores, man. If you have any insight about geography, you know how the western part of America looks? I'm sorry, the eastern part of America looks. Here I'm talking about geography. You know, if you have any idea about geography, you know about the eastern part of America, those shores on the east coast, the southeast to the down south, man. We came across those shores, and that's why you watch the movie 12 Years a Slave with Solomon Northup. All right, he went from New York. I forgot that part of New York he was from. He was in New York and he got kidnapped and got shipped down to, I want to say, Louisiana. All right? Why did he get shipped down to Louisiana? Because all the Jake was in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, the Virginias, Georgia. Because that's where the shores were, man. So we got tossed like a ball valiantly throughout the ocean. All right, we landed on the shores of America. It said, and hold that in Deuteronomy, woman doesn't have a scripture, hold that in Deuteronomy. It said, I will send you in a land where you know it's not. All right?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 7. I have forsaken my house. I have left my heritage. I have given thee, dearly beloved of my soul, into the hand of her enemies.
Yep. You start from the top, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 7. I have forsaken my house. I have left my heritage. I have given thee, dearly beloved of my soul.
Now, if you go into the word heritage, it goes into property. Where your house property. Like if you have a woman, that's your property. She's an extension of your estate, man. All right, where your house property. So he gave up his heritage, his property, man. So he literally gave his property into the hands of another people. That's why we had no fucking power. If you got pit bulls, can those pit bulls control who they breed against, or can you? Or do you control who they breed with? You control who they breed with, like horses. Because horses are your property. Pit bulls are your property. They worked us and bred us like cattle, man. That's why they call us boy, man. We're their property, man. All right? This is real. This is you still got auction signs in America. I want to say in Georgia, am I right? Slave auction. Historical. You know, your grandparents still got beat post-traumatic slave syndrome before they went back to the Most High. Eat with their hands and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a precept just to prove that the Most High is our owner, like a junk road. And this is Isaiah 1:3. The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel does not know, my people does not consider.
Because the Most High gave his possession something called boundaries, restrictions. What the fuck are those boundaries?
Law, statutes, and commandments.
Those laws, statutes, and commandments. So when you don't consider it, it's as though you don't have a God.
Right.
You know, you don't have a landowner, you don't have a Lord. What does the word Lord mean? Breadwinner. So as long as we kept the boundary, we stay within the boundaries of our Lord, he gave us bread. He gave us protection.
Right.
Because what is a Lord or a father or a husband? A provider, a protector, a priest, a leader. But one thing that comes with that provision is those restrictions. We did not want to keep those restrictions. So we didn't keep the restrictions. He took down his hedge. You don't respect me, I'm taking down the hedge. And I'm going to give you to the streets, the field.
Yeah. Because if I could just make a point, when you go into like the scripture Lamentations, and it talks about the perfection of beauty, and what made us beautified? It was the law, statutes, and the commandments. Right? That's what made us,
right.
That's what gave us the perfection. That's what made us to be perfected. It was the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what beautified us.
Obedience.
Obedience, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Separated us from the rest of the nation.
That's right. And when you eat pork, or even when you line up your hairline, hey, that's spiritual fornication. Anytime you break the laws, statutes, and the commandments from a spiritual standpoint, you are cheating or having an affair with another guy.
Acting with them streets.
Period.
That's Tupac taking the picture with Faith Evans. You know, Jake was Faith Evans, man.
Hit him up.
Yep. That's why I fucked you right. Hey, go ahead, brother. I know what close to it.
This is us back to point of this is Ezekiel 16. I'm gonna read verse 1 and 2 and then I'm jump. It says, again the word of the Lord came unto me saying, Son of man, call Jerusalem to know her abominations. Now I'm gonna jump to verse 5.
Her abominations, her filth.
That's right.
Them little dirty photos you got in your phone that you won't show your man, man.
That's right.
All right, that's why the I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Killer Season with Cameron?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Killer Season. Killer Season took his boy to the back. It might have been Joel. He said, "Come on, I'm gonna show you something right quick. I got something I gotta tell you."
Right.
And he showed his other false homie like stealing on camera.
Right.
I was like, look at this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
showed him on surveillance. That's how the Most High was with Ezekiel.
Exactly.
So look at them making cakes for Tammuz.
Right.
They think they sleep.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
We'll read verse 3 since you said this.
Yeah.
It says, and say, thus saith the Lord God unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite and thy mother a Hittite. Going into all the other gods that our people were worshiping. And I'm going to jump down verse 5. It says, none I pity thee to do any of these unto thee, to have compassion unto thee, but thou was cast out to an open field, to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou was born. Jump to verse 8. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee, and covered thy nakedness.
That's all. Like an angel. He said he spread his skirt. That was a marriage proposal. Because remember Boaz did Ruth like that? When she said that he put her skirt, she put his skirt over him. That was a marriage proposal. That was an angel covenant. So yeah, he said he spread his skirt over thee. You know, that was a marriage proposal, man.
He did that with Moses. When Moses gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, that's how he was joined to us. Think about it. This is a spiritual marriage right here, man. Because ultimately, when you go into sin, another definition is when you miss the mark. How do you miss a mark? When you break the law, statutes, and commandments, you miss the mark.
Right. It says, yeah, I swear unto thee and enter into a covenant with thee, saith the Lord, and thou becamest mine.
Yeah, he went into her tent.
That's right.
The Most High went into our tent, man.
That's right.
And we became his wife.
That's it, man.
All right? We recited those vows. There's a covenant, there's a contract. All right?
Then washed I thee with water. Yeah, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna jump.
Hey,
one
what's
more.
that oil, man? The wisdom. Come on, man. That's why we blossom amongst the nations. We was the baddie amongst the nations, man. All right?
Hey, can I can just add one thing? Because the elder priest of Bible brought up about Moses, man. And when Moses was on Mount Sinai getting the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, you know, in the world, Jake go to a particular place to pick out a ring to get ready to propose to his woman. So those law, statutes, commandments, when Moses coming down with them, was like the Most High proposing to us,
Right,
man.
right.
And they were before the proposal even come about, they was already out there, you know, saying cheating and messing around, committing fornication, man, building golden calves, doing all kind of wicked shit, man. So that's why the Lord was done away with us, man. That's why he killed a lot of them niggas off in the wilderness, man.
Yeah. Because we didn't keep our word.
Right.
Because after Moses read the law, statutes, and commandments, what did our people say? I do. I do. And then we turned our back on the Most High.
Going back into the covenant, both parties have responsibilities and duties in the covenant.
That's it.
So just like those of how we're going into, we messed up on our end. We went outside the boundaries of that contract. So therefore, the Most High wasn't obligated to uphold his end.
That's it.
You know, just like with the athlete. Like if they catch an athlete on the motorcycle and that's in this contract, they're not obligated for him to get that money or to re-sign.
Beautiful.
You know, so that's how it was with us, man. We started operating outside that contract. So the Lord, that what you call it, it made void. Yeah, it made the contract void.
That's it.
I got one. Unless you have some more.
I think I got one more.
Okay.
Just jump down to verse 15, just since you said that. It says, but thou didst trust in thine own beauty and playedest the harlot because of thy renown.
Hey, yeah, let's have you trusted in your own beauty. I don't need the Most High.
Yeah.
You know,
I can get another man.
I could get another man. I'm a baddie out here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and poured us out thy fornications on everyone that passed by.
What does that mean? You slept with every nation's philosophy. You laid in bed with everything, and you still do it. To this day, Jay got that big, what's it called, the tattooed in the middle of their chest. To this day, you're worshiping Christmas and rabbits. To this day, you're talking about some Elijah Muhammad. To this day, Jesus Christ.
Something wrong. The ornament with the hand, that really goes back to has like the little hand. You know, Jacob had like the charm with the hand on it. Yeah.
We're going to that.
Let me look at this.
Got
5%ers.
Pyramids tattooed like that.
Yeah.
Seeing
Yup.
He is it was.
Oh, shit.
He is it was.
You had Jerk first. You want to
Real quick, this Deuteronomy 32 and 15. But Jeshurun, with Jeshurun goes into Yasharon in the Hebrew, which means upright one, like the nickname of Israel.
So what made us upright, bro?
A lot of things.
There you go.
But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
That's why the Most High kicked us out of his house. Remember, he gave us that beautiful house, the land of Israel. We committed spiritual fornication, we had to go.
Lightly esteemed the rock of our salvation.
Right.
We began to be unappreciated.
That's right.
Like Elder Howard always said, the nigga woman is a representation of the rebellion of Israel.
Yeah.
Right. She's extremely unappreciative,
Mm-hmm.
rebels against, she does the opposite of what you say. Like that's a constant example of the rebellion we did as a nation.
And that's what women do when they don't have to put their work in. They don't value a relationship. But when you got a woman that's chasing you and things of that nature, she's gonna value you more because she has to put in that work. So the Most High spoiled us, and because of us being spoiled, what happened? We rebelled.
Because the Most High is the good man, the heathen is the streets. So, when you get with a woman, right, it's a good chance, we're talking about Southern Kingdom, and she went through the streets, right? So you first get her, it's like, damn, man, ain't nobody treat you this way. They got that consistency, that stability, kind of like a safety net to them. But what happened? They get complacent. So at first it's like, damn, ain't nobody treat me this good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But after that, after a while, they get complacent. And
Bored, now you boring.
They bored. They bored. They
They know they see the options that they have.
Yeah.
The ways that they can go.
Yeah, they got the one son, but it said thou trusted in our beauty. Did it not say that?
Yeah.
So what happened with a woman? Well, like the nature of an American woman.
Mm-hmm.
She feel like, damn, I really settled for him.
That's right.
So it's like, I'm stuck with the Most High, these laws.
Right.
Like the heathen niggas, they ain't got these laws like that.
But then Satan in her, look, I'm still young,
Yeah.
I'm still fit, I'm
Yeah.
beautiful, I got long hair,
Yeah.
my body straight, I can get any man I want.
That's right. Thou trusted in thy beauty. And just like Israel in the ancient world, Eve hate them restrictions.
That's right.
Because what Eve is, when we look at Eve and there's all these platforms about the black woman and the gender war and black man, this so-called black woman that, we're looking at us in the ancient world. He's showing, because most I did was similes. So we're seeing us 2,000 years ago. We're seeing us in Ezekiel 16. It's like, yeah, I got you from the streets. You was in the streets, like you was naked and broke. And I got you and I put you in this position, but then you acclimated to that. You got complacent.
Hey, since you're breaking that down, you remember the Punisher with John Travolta?
Yeah.
You remember how the Punisher made him think that his wife was cheating?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, his wife was Puerto Rican, and so basically he took his wife, so John Travolta was strict, making it, he actually thought that his wife was cheating on him. So basically, he killed his wife, and before he killed her, he said, look, I took you out the streets. You was in the slum, I did this, I did that. And so what he did was he took her to this train track and just dropped it down, and then the train ran over. But that's how mad he was because he felt that she cheated on all he had provided for her.
Jealousy is the rage of a man.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm a man. Look at that quick.
Yeah. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 1, starting verse 7. Am I not even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsel. Pull thou off then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people. How long shall I forbear them, unto whom I have done so much good? Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. All the nations have I destroyed before them, and in the east I have scattered the people of the two provinces, even of Tyrus and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light in a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet have you forgotten me, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, the quails were as a token for you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, ye murmured there. And that's okay. You got it.
I ain't going to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Won't be when you open the door.
But it's the same little chick the streets gave to you.
Yeah.
You know, you was broke, you know, with that little cheap lace front on top of your head, man. Yeah, so the ones I saying, look, I gave you this, I gave you that, and I gave you your own room, your own apartment.
Yep.
You know, I gave you all these things. I gave you a priest, I gave you prophet, I gave you structure.
Yes.
I gave you the best.
You know, so spiritual. As you're breaking this down, you see a Jake man and a Jake woman walk.
Yeah, man. So showing you, because we was the most. This book is a love story, man.
Can I say this too?
Yeah.
Yeah. To show you how ungrateful our people is, man. All them, all that stuff for them. The niggas kept complaining. I be just kept complaining about everything. But if you going down, them niggas said, I'd rather go back to Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Them niggas said, I'd rather go back to be a slave.
Well, have y'all ever seen this movie called Casino with Robert De Niro? Yeah, one of the top movies, right? But you know, Robert De Niro fell in love with that woman.
That's right.
He was,
Sam Rothstein.
yeah, okay.
Too much Sam Rothstein.
Too much flossing.
I gotta catch up with y'all, man. I just remember this part right here. That he was the boss that loved her.
Yeah.
But it was a low life that had her mind.
Pimp.
It was the pimp had her mind. You know, and that's who had her mind. You see? See, but the Most High was the boss, so that's just like us, man. The Most High, he gave us our own land, our laws and everything. But who still had our mind? The heathen. The philosophies of the heathen, man. All right? So, hey, brother, I didn't want to miss out on the scripture. Go ahead, all right, get yours, and somebody hold Ezekiel 16 NLT.
I still got it.
Okay, we use Ezekiel.
That's what I'm reading.
Oh, shit. All right.
This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 10. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what sin have we committed against the Lord our power?
Say it again, read it again.
Jeremiah 16 and 10, it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore have the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power?
What is the sin that we committed? Didn't I say in Proverbs how a sinful woman, she eating and wiping her mouth, said, I have done nothing? See, that's why we know, well, this is why we're here. This is why we're here, man. We're here, and the Most High is reading to us, he's showing us, he's showing us why we're here, man. That's the nature of Israel. We committed adulteries and wiped our mouth, because here we are, you making cakes for Tammuz, and you think nobody sees you, you know? And to this day, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American women, they're still making cakes for Tammuz. Don't they make cakes during Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas? Don't they have these little egg hunt rituals? You know? Jake be 52 years old, a broken man in America, ride past you on so-called Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas, y'all. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 11, Then shalt thou say unto them, Because your fathers have forsaken me, said the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law, and ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart.
Hey, just imagine how much worse it is now. Because we walked out of our own imagination, out of our evil heart, right? And now we got something called the media and social media that amplifies your dark nature anyway. So Jake is worse now, I would say. You know?
That they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers. And there ye shall serve other gods day and night, where I will show you where I will not show you favor.
Hey, this is where and really the whole earth. Because everywhere where the Israelites are scattered, we're serving other guys, we have a different religion, and we're the underdogs in that society. What do you call it? Over there in India. It's basically like, hey brother, you know the name of Jake over there in India? It's a word that means outcast. Yeah, but that one's Elam, they straight up Jake, it ain't no Israelite foreigner. They like straight up Jake, and they basically be beneath the lowest of it's Cindy or it's something. But that's one of the words, it's untouchable, that's one of them, man. But we're all throughout the earth, especially Southern Kingdom, all throughout the earth in these little separate communities, and we're the underdogs of the underdogs. So even the bottom of those different heathen are above us in those different nations. Just like America, even a broke Edomite, they're still in general like above a Jake, you know? You know, an Edomite make $50,000 a year and say he's poor. Jake be out here roughing it, man. No driver's license, you know, a criminal record. You gotta have a woman supporting, you know what I mean? Wars and shit, you know? All right?
Salvation coming to captivity.
Okay, come.
This is verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Yep.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
See, this is going to be the most miraculous time in the world history.
That's right.
In the future, the Israelites being scattered, not only throughout America, but throughout the world. Did it not say in Matthew, I will gather my elect from the four corners of the earth? So just imagine every single brother and sister that's not the elect being exclusively delivered into this chariot. And I have reason to believe that chariot is about 2,000 miles long, it's bigger than America, that might be the fathership. So just imagine. Huh?
Might be that same chariot that led us back in ancient Egypt. You know, it was Yahweh Shai. You know,
Because they said in ancient Egypt, between the men and the women, it might have been like 1 billion people going out of Egypt. Maybe 2 billion, I can't remember at this point. But it might have been like a few 100,000 men. When you factor in the women and children, it might have been 1 million of us leaving out of America. Out of Egypt. So you can imagine there has to be a mass chariot hovering over 1 million people. That has to be a pretty big chariot to hover, cover 1 million people at one time.
Can I back you up?
Yep.
Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up here. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
That's why it's our job to fight the good fight of faith. Because Satan sends so many distractions in our mind to derail our mission. The center our attention and our time towards folly.
That's right.
All right?
And just to back your point up the point, it says in a cloud. Not clouds, but in a, come up here in the Hebrew, in a cloud.
Fathership.
That's right. And that goes to show you that those chariots has what? A sound system. Right? Don't Jake like to put sound systems in their whips? Yeah. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Wisdom of Solomon 5.
I got one too.
All right, go ahead, brother.
It's 1 Thessalonians 4, I'm starting at 16. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first. Then we which are then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we
So in the
Ever.
clouds is talking about the sky. To meet the Lord in the air is talking about a chariot, a fathership.
I would say it's like, hey, the Most High is saving the greatest for last, man, because this is gonna be the greatest appearance of Yahweh Shai. Because the first time he came in lonely on the ass, you know. So this is gonna be the greatest delivery, because we're gonna be delivered by chariots, right? Scripture say the elect shall scarce be saved, but the first delivery was out of Egypt, but walking, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna be the greatest judgment, because the first death was the flood, but this judgment is gonna be, of course, America's gonna be a lake of fire, but the Lord is coming with the chariots and the holy host of angels, and it's gonna be a war, man. The Lord's gonna set the record straight on who the highest is, man. So he's saving the greatest for last, man.
Yeah. And just to back you up, priest, like you said, and we walk out being led by a chariot.
Yup.
A chariot.
You know why? Because we're Emirates. Like, we're the importance of our nation.
That's right.
And like, and not only are we the elect are the importance of the nation of Israel, that's the importance amongst all nations. So just like somebody that's important in a different nation, they're surrounded by bodyguards, they're surrounded by security. That chariot hovering over us, that's a signal saying, look, these are my people.
That's right.
You know?
Just like what the brother said, like the Lord, he led us out of Egypt. It was Yahweh Shai in that chariot, and just like you said, it said he shall come himself, because the Lord, like you said, the Lord, he's